Welcome back. So in the summer heat, many of us are looking for some relief by the pool. But in Baltimore County, where there are nearly 850,000 residents, all the pools are private. So why is that? Reporter Rona Cobell from media partner, the Baltimore Banner, joins us in studio. And Rona, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you stopping by. So in your reporting, you indicate that this was due to segregation, and it was due to a decision made decades ago by county leaders.
Yes, that's right. So in the 1940s and 50s, there was a huge push nationwide for recreation, and swimming was paramount among that. Baltimore County in 1953 had this plan that they were going to build pools all over the county at elementary schools. So the school would be using the facility during the school year, and then in the summer it would turn into a rec center. By the 1960s, they still had not done that. And in 1964, when the Civil Rights Act was signed, after that, pools had to be integrated. And so across the country, counties and cities either stopped building pools, and the pools they had, they decided to fill in or take them private rather than integrating them.
So basically what you're saying is Black Americans didn't just lose public pool access, but also economic opportunities.
Absolutely. So we think about pools and summer jobs, like lifeguard and manager of the pool, but there's many other jobs that require swimming. Tugboat captain, chef on a yacht, any kind of marine technology job you're going to need to know how to swim. Often in the military, they're going to require you to learn how to swim to be promoted. And so losing access to those pools not only robbed African Americans of recreational opportunities, but also economic opportunities. And those that really persists to this day because people really still don't have a place to swim in the county.
Wow. And Rona, you report that there have been plans to basically install public pools for everyone to go to, but that has been abandoned over the last few decades. So why is that?
I think people got used to the private pools. The pools became neighborhood centric, so new neighborhoods that were planned with racial covenants, I might add, became communities that had pools or that had country clubs. And so you went to the pool with your neighbors and your friends, and that became your social circle. And you didn't necessarily think that that needed to be expanded. And so when Black Americans were able to get some wealth and wanted to join in on those opportunities, there were all these rules that were put in place to exclude them, such as, well, you need to be recommended by another member, or you need to live in this particular zip code, or we can only, we have a waiting list and you can go on the bottom of it, but we can't guarantee anything. And so doing that, and some of these also persist to this day, doing that, the pools became exclusive. And people were pretty happy with the way that was, who were in the pools. And so they had the power, and the people who were outside just didn't really have anyone listening to them.
Wow, Rona, that's very interesting. And also, thank you for putting a spotlight on that. A lot of stuff that a lot of people do not know about what happened. So thank you so much for joining us. And look, to learn more about this story and other independent reporting from our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, head to thebaltimorebanner.com.